Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a story time video. I have never done a story time video here on my channel. If you're subscribed to my channel, I usually do beauty videos, but I was kind of reminiscing recently about some old times. I'm not that old, but I was reminiscing about like middle school and high school, and it got me to thinking about a girl that I used to be best friends with in high school and how we got into a physical fight. It was pretty interesting. At the time, I didn't think it was too funny. I was really pissed off, but now when I think about it, I think it's hysterical, and just like how it happened was hysterical. So yeah, if you guys want to hear how I got into a fist fight with my best friend, then just keep watching. So I'm not going to use any real names for this video. I'm going to make up some names just because. So in middle school, I became friends with a girl named Sky. I want to say we met in like 6th grade. We kind of became friends in 7th grade, and then by 8th grade we were like best friends. We had classes together. We talked every single day. We were just best friends. We were like attached to the hip. Anybody who knew one of us knew the other because we were together. So we were best friends in 8th grade. We were also best friends in 9th grade. And 10th grade came around and things had gotten a little crazy. Things had always been crazy with Sky. One of the problems was Sky was definitely bipolar. She was very overdramatic, and I think most people who are bipolar are very dramatic. Not all of them, but it kind of goes with the territory. So she was super dramatic. She was always playing the victim, like just never wanted to admit her wrongdoings or anything like that. So, you know, me and all of Sky's friends knew that she was like this, and we just accepted it. And when she was like having a moment where she was like throwing a fit or whatever, we kind of just, we brushed it off because Sky was our friend and we loved her just the way that she was, and we totally just accepted that that's who she was. So another person that's really involved in this story is a girl named Mary. Mary and Sky had been best friends since, I want to say, kindergarten or 1st grade. They had been best friends forever. And Mary and I had become pretty close too. We were good friends. We had class together, and we just became friends because we were both best friends with Sky, and so that's kind of how that happened. So the beginning of my sophomore year in high school, Sky had been just out of control. Like I said, she had some bipolar issues. That really wasn't what was a huge problem though. One of the big issues that we were worried about was she had been dating a girl on and off for a long time. And when I say on and off, they were on and off. Like, you never knew whether they were together or not. They would literally be together in the morning, break up in the afternoon, and be back together before they went to sleep. Like, it was just crazy. They were constantly fighting. Sky was always crying. They both were cheating on each other. It was just a huge mess. And me and Mary and, Sky's other friends, we were all really concerned about it, and we had tried telling her multiple times, you know what, Sky, like, this isn't a good relationship for you. I think it's time for you to move on. You guys have broken up so many times. You're constantly arguing, and you're always trying to, like, jab at each other, and it's just not good for you. And she really didn't listen. She didn't care. She would say that she was done with her, and then, of course, 2 days later they were back together. It was just crazy. So that was one huge thing that we were really concerned about. And another thing that we were concerned about was Sky smoked a lot. And by smoked a lot, I mean she smoked weed, she smoked marijuana, which, you know, wasn't a huge concern. If you want to smoke, that's fine. It was just the fact that she was doing it a lot. We noticed she was smoking in the morning before school, she was smoking in school, she was smoking as soon as school was over. Like, she was constantly smoking. And, you know, not only was she just smoking all the time, we were kind of wondering, like, how she was even getting all of this weed, because she didn't have a job, she didn't have money, her mom didn't give her money, so that was really weird. But not only was she smoking all the time, we also found out that she was doing other drugs. I found her with ecstasy a couple times. I am pretty sure she was doing crack. She was losing weight. So yeah, that was another huge thing that we were really concerned about. And the other thing that was a big problem was due to the fact that Sky, had her bipolar disorder. She was also very depressed, and she was cutting herself all the time. And I don't just mean like little cuts on the wrist. She had cuts everywhere on her body. She had cuts on her back, on her stomach, on her thighs, and they were huge cuts. They were, like I said, they weren't just like a little scratch. They were huge. They left scars all over her, and we were really worried that, what if she committed suicide one day, or I don't know, accidentally killed herself. We were just really concerned. There were too many things going on with her that we didn't even know what to do about it. So finally, Mary and I had been talking about Sky and the situation and how worried we were about her, and we really just wanted to help her. There was no spitefulness. There was no, like, trying to go behind her back. We were really concerned about her, and we wanted to help her. And if you don't know, or you've never dealt with somebody who is on drugs, you can't really reason with them. If they don't want help, they're not going to get it. You can't force somebody who's doing drugs to get help. So, I have experience with people like that, and I knew that it wasn't going to be easy trying to talk to her, but Mary and I decided that we needed to sit down and try and have a discussion with her, and just let her know that we're not trying to bash her or put her down. We are really just trying to help her. So Mary and I basically came up with like a letter talking about, the things that we were worried about, and, just explaining that we loved her and we were willing to be there for her throughout all of this, and, just to help her get back to normal, I guess you could say. So one day, I think it was after school, we went to Mary's house, me, Sky, and Mary. Mary actually lived like right across the street from me. She lived in basically like the neighborhood across from mine. So we all hung out at Mary's house, and we were like eating and just hanging out. And so we started to tell Sky that we needed to talk to her. And we gave her the letter that we wrote, and Sky looked at it for about 2 seconds and took it in her hand and spit the food that was in her mouth in the paper, crumbled it up, and threw it on the table. And I wasn't surprised by that reaction, and I don't think Mary really was either. But Mary was like, "You didn't even read it, like, read the paper." And Sky was like, "I don't care what you guys have to say, whatever." And so basically it all went downhill from there, and she started throwing a tantrum like she normally would. And again, me and Mary were not surprised. We were expecting this. We were prepared for her to like have a meltdown. So, you know, we tried staying calm. But Sky started getting like really, really intense, like crying, screaming at us. And me and Mary were both really mad at that point. Because, you know, we were just trying to help her, and here she is screaming at us, and like, just she didn't want to admit that anything was wrong. And at that point, I was really mad. Mary was mad too, but I was like, I had it. And at that point, Sky was sitting in the bathroom on the floor crying, and she said something along the lines of, "I'm gonna punch you in the face," towards me. And at this point, like I said, I was so mad that she was trying to argue with us, and I was just like, go ahead, do it. And she got up and came at me, and of course, what did I do? I punched her in the face. And it kind of like went blank after that. Like, I went so crazy. Have you guys ever been so mad that you do something like without even actually thinking about it? Like, you don't actually know that you're doing it, but you do it anyways because you're so mad. Like, that's what happened. So I kind of remember her like taking a step back and being like, did she really just hit me? And then that was it. We like went at it. I'm pretty sure that I was choking her at one point, and it just went crazy. We were punching each other, or at least I was punching her. I didn't feel anything, so like I said, I totally blacked out. Like, I just remember hitting her the first time and then just going at it. And in the background, I can hear Mary, and she's like, "No, guys, stop! Don't fight! Stop!" Like, I felt so bad for Mary. But, you know, after I like came out of it, I was like, oh my god, I'm like punching my best friend in the face. So I just stopped, stepped back, and grabbed my stuff and left. And that was how I got into a fight with my best friend. I want to say that it was like the next day that Sky had actually texted me. And she basically just said, like, you know, oh, I wasn't gonna hit you, you know, whatever. I mean, clearly she did try hitting me, because I wouldn't have hit her if she hadn't have came at me. So yeah, it is what it is. We never spoke again after that, and in fact, we hadn't even seen each other after that for like a year and a half, until my friend, a mutual friend of ours, had like a little get together, and we were both there, and you know, we just said hi, and we just stayed cordial. We sat like at the same table together, and it was fine. You know, I didn't hate her. I still don't hate her. You know, it's not like we got into a fight because she stole my boyfriend or something crazy like that. We just got into a fight because she didn't want my help. So, you know, I mean, there's no hard feelings. We have not spoken since. It's been probably 3 or 4 years, maybe, since we've spoken, or since we saw each other at the get-together. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, no hard feelings. I don't hate her. I really hope that she's doing well. I hope that she has kind of gotten herself together a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say about that. So anyways, you guys, that is the story of how I got into a fist fight with my best friend. comment down below and let me know if you've ever had a fist fight with your best friend before. I know that, you know, it's your best friend. You guys are close and you argue with people that you love and that you're close with. So comment down below and let me know if you've ever gotten into a fist fight with your best friend and like how it turned out and what happened. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked this video. If you guys do like this video, I'll try to do more story time videos. I could definitely do some interesting story time videos. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.